Hi besties, I'm sure you guys can tell by today's title and thumbnail, we are doing a declutter video. I do these twice a year and I recently asked you guys, should I do one this year? And you guys were very much conflicted saying yes, do it, or no, save it for the end of the year. And you know what, looking at my collection, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of low-key stressing me out. Not because it is cluttered, but because it's also disorganized and I hate it being disorganized. So I'm bringing back my tradition of doing 2 declutters a year. So we're gonna go ahead and dive right into my primers, foundations, concealers, and setting powders. So grab a snack, bestie, grab a drink, and let's go ahead and dive into a mini declutter video. Okay, so as you guys know, I do my declutters twice a year. I do kind of like a mini declutter in June, followed by a bigger declutter in November. So I don't go ham in this video like I would as if it was my November video, but I still want to go ahead and clean, declutter, and organize this drawer just a bit more. So for today's video, like I said, we're focusing on my primers, foundations, concealers, and setting powders. To be a little bit mindful because I do have a little koa bear just hanging out right here. But today we're going to go ahead and just kind of, declutter some of the primers, foundations, concealers, and setting powders that I do not want to use, as well as marking the ones that I haven't used in a hot minute, because if I don't use them by November, they have got to go. So let me go ahead and get the camera set up and we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're going to start off with my primers. So like I said, I'm not going to go too heavy in today's video just because of the fact that I save these for the end of the year, but we're just going to kind of go through here. So up first, we do have the Pixie. This is going to be the Flawless Poreless Primer. I just recently got this, so I'm still going to keep testing it out before I make any decisions whether or not I want to keep or let go. So we're going to go ahead and keep. We do have the Hard Candy Glow Unlock Primer right here. This is a Illuminating Skin Soft Radiant Glow Primer. Surprisingly, I don't hate this. I definitely don't hate this, but we're going to keep testing it out for the next couple months to see whether or not I generally want to keep this in my collection, but we're going to go ahead and keep this for now. We do have the Milani. This is the Conceal and Perfect. This is going to be the Blur Out Smoothing Primer. Y'all, let me tell you, I've tried this several times. I just am not a fan. I am not a fan of this. There's something about this that I thought it'd be really cool because I like the NYX Freezy one, but for some reason this doesn't do anything to my pores. It just kind of makes it so that when I start to put foundation on, my foundation starts to ball up and just doesn't want to lay down properly. I don't know, it's really weird texture. So for me, I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. Next we do have the NYX, the Face Glue. I decluttered this once before from my collection and I picked it back up because Shelby Ann recommended it. And so your girl had to get it. So I got this once again. So we're gonna keep this for now. But again, if I don't end up using this a lot, I will declutter. Next, we do have the Dominique Cosmetics. This is the Cooling Matte Primer. Honestly, this is going to be a primer that I need to focus on this year. If I don't use it enough by November, I'm going to have to let it go because I don't really use it enough right now as it is, and I need to start using this more. So right now, this is going to be saved, but if we don't use it enough by November, it will be decluttered. So we do have the Hard Candy Sweat Unlock Primer. This is a super matte primer. This sucks. This does nothing, absolutely nothing to control the sweat. This is a dupe of the One Size Secure the Sweat primer. Listen, I've tried it so many different ways. I've figured out how to get the one size to work. I tried this one and it just gets really gritty. I put this on, it dries down and leaves a really weird white cast, as if I have the leftover drool on my face where it's dry and crusty, or if you're doing adult libations crustiness on your face, if you guys know what I'm talking about. It's just not a good time. And then whatever foundation I put on top, it gets weird and peely and cakey, and it sucks. And I really wanted to love this because there's some things from Hard Candy that I really do love, and there's some things I don't, and this just isn't one of them. So we're gonna go ahead and declutter this. We have my Tom Ford $80 matte primer. This ain't going nowhere. This is going to be used to the very last drop because she's expensive. She's expensive, so we're keeping her, and I really do like her. Next, we do have the Milk Makeup Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. This is a new bottle right here. I just recently opened this up, so we're definitely keeping. This is my favorite primer, especially if you have really oily skin, so this is a must. Was laying on the bottom drawer. This was laying on the drawer, it fell out. This is the One Size Oil Sucker Extreme Mattifying Primer. Y'all know this is a holy grail. This is disgusting, by the way. Look at how gross this gets. Who thinks they're doing white bottles for makeup? I'm sorry, but this maybe it's a me problem because I somehow can't seem to make these stay clean. I obviously suck at it, but either way, this is a beautiful primer, especially with really oily skin. I love this so much. This is a definite keep and always a repurchase. Next, we do have the Kosas. This is the Dream Bean Sunlit Smoothing Sunscreen. I'm going to go ahead and let this go because I found another product that I like just a little bit more than this one. This is really great at just being a wonderful like tinted sunscreen on the skin. But honestly, I don't really use it that much anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one. Do have the Milk Makeup. This is the Pore Eclipse mattifying primer. This is absolutely fantastic. I really do love this little matte primer. I usually kind of mix this with these two products right here. So this is a definite keep. The times that I use this, you would never know. There's so much product in here. How much product is in here? 30 milliliters. This, a little bit goes a long way. You don't need much for this primer, but this is a really good drugstore like grippy primer. I don't know why I like it so much because it doesn't do much for like the oil production, but it really does help to grip on my makeup and make it last for a pretty long time. I really do enjoy this, but like you would never know because it looks like I don't touch it, but I do use it quite often. Next, we do have the Nakia Joy Cosmetics. This is the matte base primer. Honestly, I have not used this enough. I'm gonna keep trying this out. If I don't use it enough by November, this will go. This will go. As much as I love this brand so much, I just find that this primer doesn't work the best for oily skin, which is kind of weird because the setting powders do. So I'm gonna hold on to this for now, but I might end up decluttering it by November. I've never tried this before. I think it's a lotion and yet somehow it's in here. So we're just gonna go ahead and put this to the side. Next, we do have the Vanessa Marks. This is the Yummy Skin Water Powder Serum. This is absolutely fantastic. It does a really great job of helping to lock in that skincare base I have in, helping to control the shine. Doesn't do anything for the pores, but it's really good at helping to control the shine, definitely keeping. Next, we do have the Glow Recipe Strawberry BHA Pore Smoothing Drops. Again, this is nothing for the pores. Nothing for the pores, but mixing the Danessa Myricks and this together, oh my god, it's like a match made in heaven to help to control the oil, make my makeup last all day. This is a definite keep. Next, we do have the Color Spell. This is a mattifying finish primer right here. This is a pretty good primer. Surprisingly, for a drugstore, it's pretty good. I do get oily by the end of the day, but it's not really like a bad oil. For it being a drugstore primer, I'm happy with it, so definitely keeping. This is an empty bottle of Milk Makeup empty bottle. This just been sitting in my collection. This is a declutter. Next, we do have the e.l.f. Power Grip Matte Primer. I'm also going to go ahead and declutter this because this is pretty much empty and I have no plans on repurchasing this. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. Oh my gosh, I forgot that we had this. Oh my gosh, I forgot that I had this. That's kind of embarrassing. Okay, so if I don't use this enough by November, this will have to go. But for now, I'm going to keep. This is the Merit Great Skin Priming Moisturizer. This smells like Windex, and I don't think it's supposed to smell like Windex. So for me, I'm gonna go ahead and declutter. And then next we have the Estee Lauder Double Wear Smooth and Blur Primer. I really do enjoy this. This just really helps to elongate my makeup. I still get oily, but I don't know, it's a really nice primer for now, so I'm gonna keep it. All right, so that is everything that I kept right there. And these are all the primers I decluttered. I feel like it's a pretty good deal. Alrighty, so here are the foundations. Let's go ahead and dive into here. So up first, let me get you guys settled in. We have this little powder primer from Estee Lauder. Yeah, I told the story so many times, but your girl was a freaking idiot, thought I was buying a full powder product. I wasn't. I bought a refill. Definitely gonna be keeping. We have the Rare Beauty foundation right here. I'm gonna keep keeping this one. I'm gonna keep this one just because I'm still testing it out, but we'll see how I feel by the end of the year. But so far, it's not a bad foundation. Not my favorite, but we're definitely gonna be keeping it for now. Next, we do have the NARS. This is going to be the Natural Longwear Matte Foundation. I need to use this more. I think for me, it just pulls so oily on me that I'm just kind of so orange on me that I keep forgetting to use this, but I do need to use this more. So if I don't, I will end up decluttering it, but so far we're definitely going to be keeping because it does a really good job at helping to contain the oils. So we're going to keep for now. Oh, this is the Nude by Nature. This is the perfect skin filter foundation from Walmart that I got from Walmart. And let me tell you guys, I hate this foundation. I have tried it so many times with different primers. It just, I don't know, it just doesn't want to stay in the face. Like the second you apply it with a brush, a sponge, my fingers, it just lifts, it separates. It just does not have a good longevity to it. It has a really weird chemical smell. I don't like this. I've tried this so many times. I've showed you guys I've tried this so many times. And yet for some reason, it's still just, it sucks. It sucks. It sucks. This was in the worst of beauty so far this year. I'm going to be keeping these, like I'm decluttering for my collection, but I'm going to save them for the worst of beauty just so you guys are aware, so you guys will still see some of these items. But yeah, this was not something that I recommend at all, so we're definitely decluttering. Up next, we do have the Tear foundation. This is pretty much dried up on me. It doesn't really have that long longevity. Like you could even see that kind of like oxidized down. I know they have like a matte version. I'll have to try at some point, but for me, this was really cool when it first came out, but I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. Up next, I do have the Salt New York right here. I really did enjoy the balm. I really did enjoy the balms. I thought they were really good, like a skin tint, really good cream products, and it surprisingly did work on oily skin. Even though it did get oily, I don't know, something about it that I thought was really pretty. So for me, if I don't use this enough by November, I will declutter it, but so far we're gonna keep this for now. Up next, I do have my Chanel foundation. This is my beautiful high-end foundation I'm gonna keep. This is really good. Somehow it works on oily skin, but we're gonna keep this one for now. Up next, I'm kind of almost done with this, if you guys can tell. This is the Urban Decay. This is going to be the Face Bound Self Settings Foundation. Surprisingly, this works really well for oily skin. I really do enjoy this for oily skin. So I'm going to finish this out, and then once I finish this out, I will declutter it. Same thing with the Huda Beauty Easy Blur Foundation. I'm almost empty on this. Like that, to me, I feel like that says something. If it says something for anybody to go through these foundations, just because you guys can tell, I have more than like what I feel like you should have. And I just feel like this works really beautifully on my skin. It really helps to blur the foundation. It really helps to blur my large pores. I get oily, but it just, I don't know. It still looks really pretty, especially for filming, so we're gonna be keeping. These are the two L'Oreal, oh my God, I almost dropped it. The two L'Oreal True Match foundations. I do kind of mix the two together because one's my summer shade, one's my winter shade. So right now I'm kind of in between. These are fantastic. Absolutely fantastic for a drugstore foundation. This is a natural long-wear foundation. I do get oily, but something about it that just looks really pretty. It doesn't look like it's greasy, more just like a soft glow. Definitely gonna be keeping this one. Up next, we do have the NYX. This is gonna be the Wonder Foundation or something like that. If I don't use this enough by November, I will declutter this. It pulled a little weird color on me. I wasn't that impressed too much with it, but I needed to keep testing this out more before I decide. So for now, it's saved for now. It doesn't mean it'll be saved in November. Up next, I have my two Armani Luminous Foundations. I really do enjoy this. This is like a good high end to the True Match. I feel like the L'Oreal True Match is a dupe of these. That's the kind of vibe that I get. This is really pretty, especially if you love a really glowy base. This is a really beautiful foundation. Definitely keeping these two. This is a sunscreen from Ilia. I'm gonna keep testing this out. This was in the wrong spot. This is like in the primer spot. We're gonna keep testing this out. This says it's supposed to be oil controlling. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I do get oily while wearing this, even before the 8-hour mark. So we're gonna keep testing this out, but we'll see how I feel in November. I will absolutely be repurchasing this. This is the Merit Tinted Mineral Sunscreen. I love wearing this. Whenever I have like a glowy base, you guys always give me a compliment on when I'm just having like a really no makeup, like makeup day where I have like a soft glow, just a little bit of mascara and just like a gloss. That is because I'm wearing this. I feature this in a 5-minute makeup routine, and I have been loving that makeup routine. I usually do that, like I do that all the time on the days that I don't feel like doing a full face of makeup, but I want to have something. That's what I go in for. I go in with this and I still feel really beautiful. I highly recommend this. This is really beautiful. And surprisingly, I don't get oily while wearing this. I get just more glowy. I really do love it. Up next, we do have the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. This is great for if you have really oily skin. A little bit more deeper on me, but it's still really great if you have oily skin. Definitely keeping. You have these two shades right here. I do also mix these two shades together right now to get like my perfect combination because this is winter, this is summer. But I will say this is the Revlon Color Stay Long Wear Makeup Foundation. This is my holy grail for oily skin. This is a holy grail. This is a must-have. This is an absolute yes. I will never declutter. I will always purchase. Okay, so I think this is being discontinued. I'm not entirely sure. These have been heavily on sale, and these are two different shades. One is too deep, one is too light. I do have to mix the two together, but I think they did send me another shade. I'm gonna be so for real with you guys. If I don't use these by November, I'm getting rid of both, especially because if they're being discontinued, there's no point in me keeping in my collection because I couldn't repurchase it anyway. But yeah, I will end up decluttering this at some point if they don't end up, if I find out they are being decluttered, discontinued. But I do think one is a little bit too light and one is a little bit too deep, but I will end up decluttering these by the end of the year if I don't use them. Up next, we do have the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Impeccably Matte Foundation. This is absolutely beautiful. This gives me the most soft, blurred foundation look I've ever had. Like, this is so soft. This is so blurring, and this is a really good foundation for oily skin. I really do enjoy this one. When I finish this out, I will be repurchasing this. Next up, we have the Makeup by Mario Foundation. I actually use quite a bit of this. I use this a lot whenever I'm filming. I really do enjoy this one. This is supposed to be like a surreal natural finish with like a soft matte finish. This is like a surreal Natural Soft Matte Finish Foundation. I really do enjoy this one. We're definitely going to be keeping. Up next, I do have the old Estee Lauder followed by the new Estee Lauder. I'm keeping them both because I really do enjoy them. They're fantastic for oily skin, so definitely not getting rid of these. I'm going to go ahead and declutter the IT Cosmetics CC Natural Matte Foundation. I haven't used this in a long time, and I really kind of don't feel like using it either, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one. This is a legit full face. This is supposed to be for face and body. This is like covers up tattoos. A little bit too intense to the face. I'm going to keep testing it out. If I don't use it by November, I think I'm going to let it go. This is the Milk Makeup Gripping Skin Tint. I really enjoyed these when I had them, but I feel like I kind of forgot about them. So I'm going to use them again. But if I don't use them enough by December, I'm going to go ahead and let them go. I remember that when I got this, I really did enjoy this. Look at that. That's kind of crazy. I don't remember which shade is supposed to be my shade. Oh, that is just stained on there, isn't that? Oof, 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 oof. I think I do have one extra one. I really did enjoy this when I tried it. I thought it was really pretty in the skin, very soft, very blurred, but I honestly haven't used it in a very long time. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter one. This one right here doesn't look the best. Like I can't even like, look at that. I think I'm gonna declutter that one. I think this might be my shade, but I think they sent me another one. If it's not, I might end up decluttering it as well. Let me see, what shade is this? Is this my shade? Ooh, it's very thick. Is it supposed to be that thick? Oh, it smells like the Dior foundation. Okay, well, let's swatch this one. This is the 7. Oh, that feels so different. That feels very, 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 very thick. This feels very light. That's very weird. I think if I mix the two together, that is my perfect match. Oh, I don't know, besties. Look how full coverage that is. Okay, I'm gonna keep them for now, but if I don't use them enough by December, we're getting rid of them. Okay, so this is everything I kept. I barely decluttered anything from the foundations, but are we surprised? Like I said, my biggest one is at the end of the year. This is just a little mini declutter. So now it's definitely all organized. It's able to fit all the foundations on here, but this is everything that I kept. And that's what I decluttered. So tiny. Okay, moving on to concealers. This is gonna be kind of rapid fire because I really don't use a lot of concealers, so I really don't get rid of a lot of concealers. So I think I'm only gonna be getting rid of a few, but we'll see. But first off, we have the Neutrogena. This is gonna be the Radiant Cream Concealer. I really do enjoy this. This is supposed to be a dupe to like the NARS Radiant Concealer. I've never tried that one before, so I really do enjoy this one. We're keeping. You guys already know that my holy grail is going to be the Honest Roger Beverly Hills Magic Touch Concealer. I absolutely love this. I've repurchased it. Definitely going to be keeping. We do have the Estee Lauder. This is going to be the Double Wear Full Coverage Foundation. I mean, Full Coverage Concealer. This thing is, when they say full coverage, they are not kidding. This is absolutely full coverage. Like, to the point that I feel like you can use this as a foundation, not going to lie. But we're going to be keeping. The L'Oreal True Match. I kind of forgot about this. If I don't use this by November, we will be decluttering. This is another holy grail of mine. This is going to be the Makeup by Mario Surreal Awaken Concealer. I've repurchased this several times. I absolutely do love it. We're going to be keeping. This is going to be the Maybelline Lifter Concealer. I feel like this one's a little bit too deep for me, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one. Next up, we do have the Hourglass Concealer. This is my favorite. I love this so much. We're definitely going to be keeping, and I'm probably going to buy the full size in November as well. We do have the two Essence Silky Blur Concealers. I feel like these are really reminiscent to the Hourglass, not going to lie. Perfect dupe to it. These are absolutely beautiful, and I'm definitely going to be keeping. This is actually I think this is a foundation concealer stick from Merit. I'm going to keep this for now, but if I don't use it enough by December, I will get rid of. These are going to be the grippy concealer sticks right here. I absolutely hated these. I absolutely hated these concealers. I thought that they were really horrible. Did not work for me. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter both of these right here. And then those are my two NARS pot. I do keep them. I do not get rid of them. They're great for covering blemishes and stuff like that. So we're going to be keeping. I told you this one would be so quick. So yeah, definitely be keeping those concealers and get rid of those ones. And finally, we do have my setting powder drawer. Alrighty guys, so I'm not going to go too hard on these ones, but at the end of the year, oh, best believe that I will. Because you guys see this stresses me out. So up first, we do have the Natasha Denona. This is going to be their this would be their High Glam setting powder. This is really good at like helping to blur the face, but I do get oily. and it leaves such a weird white cast. I don't understand why it leaves such a weird white cast. Am I the only one that has that issue, or any other people having that issue? I have, I think the translucent shade, I think that's what I got, was the translucent. I don't know. All I know is that I do get a little oily on this, and it has a really weird white cast and changes the appearance of my foundation. So we're gonna keep testing it out, but I honestly might get rid of it at the end of the year. Up next, we do have one of my favorite setting powders for oily skin. This is the Kimchi Chic Puff Puff Pass setting powder. You guys know this has been a holy grail of mine. Been a holy grail since like 2020, so we're definitely gonna be keeping. I have really fallen in love with the Hard Candy Blur Unlock setting powder. This is absolutely fantastic. Now, I use this strictly for my under eye. I don't use it for anything else. So it's just really good helping to blur the under eye, helping to lighten it, and it's just a really pretty setting powder. So we're gonna go ahead and keep. Up next, I do have another Kimchi Chic. This is the pressed finishing powder right here. This is a banana one. This was gifted to me by my friend Mikey, but I'm not gonna use the banana setting powder. I'm not really into those type of pressed powders, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter. Up next, we have my Nakia Joy Cosmetics. This is the Velvet Finishing Powder. Honestly, I don't have much left, and when I go through this, I will have to declutter, but I go through these like crazy because I use it every single day. This is absolutely fantastic. This is really good if you have oily skin, and I do have a code. It's code Allie, so you guys 15% off. Let me tell you, if you have oily skin, if you have large pores or texture, this is a fantastic setting powder. Up next, we do have the Laneige. This is going to be their pressed finishing powders. Now, this is supposed to be like a really good finishing powder to help to blur the appearance of your large pores, to help to set your makeup, and to be shine control is what it says. I've tried this out several times now, and it's unique, but honestly, it's not doing too much for the pores and the longevity of my makeup. So we're gonna keep testing this out, but if I don't feel like it's done anything by November, we are definitely going to be decluttering. Next, I do have the One Size Translucent Setting Powder. I don't really have much left in here at all. Like, there's not that much powder left in here, I don't think, because I've used this like crazy. I really don't think there's really much left in there. Yeah, there's not that much left in here. As soon as I go through this, I will have to declutter this just because I love this so much, and I do always end up buying a repurchase of this. So this for me is not going to ever be like decluttered. It's just going to have to be thrown away just because I'm going to be going through this. Like, I do go through this. So for now we're keeping, but once I go through it, I will declutter it, but I'll also repurchase it. Up next, we do have the Morphe. This is like the finishing powder, the light finishing powder. This is supposed to be like a glowy finishing powder, and it is pretty. It does help to add glow to the skin, but for me, as someone that has really oily skin, I don't necessarily want to add glow and shine. Like, do you guys see that? Glow and shine to the skin. That is something that with someone with really large pores and oily skin, this is a nightmare for me to finish my finishing powder with. So finish my makeup off with. So we're gonna go ahead and declutter. We have the little mini vanishing, we've got the little mini Hourglass Vanishing Veil Translucent Setting Powder. I feel like I haven't really used this enough. I feel like I got this because of a certain video, and I don't remember what that video was. And so we're gonna keep testing this out, but I believe it does nothing for the pores, oil. It doesn't really do anything. So I feel like if I don't use it enough by November, we'll declutter. This will stay in my collection because I do try to, actually, is this empty? No way. Okay, this stays in my collection because this is a great travel size, one size setting powder. So I'm gonna keep this for now. Sometimes I'm gonna keep this for now, but once I go through it, I will declutter. Up next, Morphe came out with their own little quad of translucent setting powders, or like finishing powders or brightening powders. I just recently got this. I'm gonna keep playing with this. I'm not getting rid of this, so we're gonna keep this. We're gonna keep playing with this to see how I like it, but I'll let you guys know by November. We have a little Glam Light translucent setting powder. You guys know how I love Glam Light. It's a pretty decent, translucent setting powder. It really does a good job at helping to smooth out the appearance of my pores. I do get oily, but it does help to blur the imperfections. So we're gonna keep this one for now. And this right here is a backup of the Prism Libre 02 Pressed Finishing Powder. You guys know this is one of my absolute holy grails, so we're definitely keeping. Up next, we do have the Hard Candy Chill Wonder Sheer Envy Loose Powder. This is supposed to be like a water-based powder that's supposed to control the oil and shine. And let me tell you, besties, I get so freaking oily while wearing this. Absolutely not keeping, we're decluttering. I do really enjoy the One Size. This is going to be like the blurring finishing powders. This is really pretty. Really pretty. It goes on very soft, very satin-like, and it really does help to blur the appearance of my large pores and also set my makeup. We're definitely keeping. Next, I do have the Kimchi Chic. This would be the translucent pressed powder, and I really do enjoy this. This really helps to lock in that makeup, help to control the shine, blur the appearance of my large pores. I think it's a really nice finishing powder, so we're gonna be keeping. So do you guys think it's time I get rid of this? I think this says a lot. I think this shows you guys how much I really did enjoy this. If I was able to hit this much pan, this is the Nikki Joy Cosmetics pressed finishing powder. This is absolutely fantastic. If you have large pores and oily skin, it really helps to lock in that makeup, blur the appearance of the pores, but really it just helps to control that shine, which is what I'm looking for. There's still just a little bit left, but I'm gonna keep it because I want to finish it out, but once I do have to declutter it. Up next, we do have the Huda Beauty. This is gonna be the pressed finishing powder. This does a really great job of helping to blur those pores and help to smooth my face. It does nothing for the oil, but I really do like how it helps to blur the appearance of my, imperfections on my skin, my pores, texture. It helps to minimize it. Makes my skin look soft and blurred, so I'm gonna keep this for now. Up next, we do have the e.l.f. This is the HD Microfine Powder. I used to really like this because it was really good at helping to make your makeup look super microfined and blurred. It's like almost like sand in here, if you guys can tell. But I'm gonna go ahead and declutter it, not because of e.l.f., but just because I haven't used it in a long time. It does leave a soft white cast to the face, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull this from my collection. We're gonna go ahead and declutter this. This is a staple for me. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Blur Perfection Setting Powder. This is really good at helping to blur the appearance of my large pores. It contains the oil to an extent. Like, I still get oily, but it's not overwhelming or super crazy. But I still really do enjoy this. We're gonna go ahead and keep. This is the Prison Libre. As you guys can tell, I love this so much I hit pan. I have a backup, but we're gonna finish this out before I declutter it because there's still so much product left. We have the Huda Beauty Easy Bake setting powder right here. This is in the shade called Pound Cake, and I really do enjoy this. This helps to blur the imperfections and textures of my face. It helps to make it look really soft and blurred. Nothing for the pores or the oil, but I really do enjoy this, so we're gonna keep. Up next, I have the LYS. This would be their pressed finishing powder. This does nothing to blur the imperfections, texture, control the oils, minimize pores. It does nothing for that, so we're gonna go ahead and declutter this one. We're gonna also go ahead and declutter the Essence All About Matte Fixing Powder. I got this because I heard that it's a great alternative to like some of the pressed finishing powders for oily skin. I tried this out and it just does nothing. I should have learned my lesson. I bought this before, hated it, but I want to try it again, hated it. So we're gonna go ahead and declutter. Up next, we do have the Infallible setting powder, but in the pink one, and I really do love this as setting my under eyes, so we're definitely keeping. Up next, we do have pretty much almost an empty Kimchi Chic Puff Puff Pass setting powder. Like, there's pretty much nothing left, just that little bit of powder. I'm gonna see if I could dump that in the other one and go ahead and declutter this one. Up next, we do have the MCO Beauty Miracle Flawless Pressed Powder. It's supposed to be like a dupe to the Charlotte Tilbury one. I've never tried that one, so I really can't compare, but I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this just because I know realistically I don't gravitate towards this at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter. We have the OG Givenchy. This is when it still had talc in it, but they did recently get rid of their talc, and for some reason I'm still was able to grab the full-size one that had talc in it, so we're always going to hold on to this because this is the last one of its kind. Up next, we do have the peach one from One Size. I actually surprisingly like this. It does make my skin tone look a little bit deeper, but I really do enjoy this peach finishing powder from One Size. We're going to be keeping, just like we're going to keep the light version of the blurred finishing powder as well. Okay, so those are all the setting powders that I am keeping versus all the ones that I am decluttering. So now let me go ahead and show you guys what my drawer looks like now. Okay, so this is what my collection looks like before. As you guys can see, it's pretty cluttered. And this is how it looks after. I feel like it definitely still looks a little cluttered, but I feel like it looks so much better than what it did before. I was able to declutter quite a few products, not a lot, because like I said, I'm saving that towards the end of the year. Still gonna be testing out some products, but I still really like the fact that I was able to clean this up and like make it look a little bit more presentable. At least to me, it's not as cluttered, and I really am enjoying the fact that it's not as cluttered. But let me show you guys everything that I ended up decluttering. But yeah, I am happy with how this drawer looks like now. I feel like it looks a lot better, and it's gonna allow me, it's gonna look a lot better, and now I know what I need to be testing out for the next couple months before I ultimately end up getting rid of it. But yeah, I'm very happy with how this drawer looks so far. So yeah, this is everything I decluttered. Like I said, I know it's not a lot, but for me, it's still a pretty decent amount compared to what I had. Like I'm still happy that I'm gonna be getting rid of some things in here and focusing on items that I completely forgot about and need to focus on for the next couple months. So let me know what you guys think about this declutter. Did I do enough? Did I not do enough? Let me know in the comments below. But with that said, besties, if you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, because I do post 3 to 4 videos every single week. Make sure you guys have my other channels are for life. You guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you goes to these beautiful, wonderful Patreon members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you subscribed, you did not subscribe, either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, besties, I love you, and I'll see you guys in the very next video.